66 out of 214 organizations getting funding from the Catholic Campaign for Human Development were either directly or through a coalition involved in the promotion of abortion, contraception, homosexuality, or Marxism. And just to give you a couple of rough figures here, that's 30%. So 30% of the organizations that received funding from the CCHD were involved in some way in one of those things.
I think it's important for people who are new to this conversation. I think people who've heard you before, they know what the CCHD is, but can you give a 1-minute definition of what the CCHD, and they probably have heard about it once you say it, but go ahead.
Right. So CCHD stands for Catholic Campaign for Human Development. It was a collection that was started in 1971 under Archbishop Bernardin. He's the one who recommended that the collection be taken up. It was created specifically to finance Saul Alinsky's community organizing groups. So organizations like the Industrial Areas Foundation, the Gamaliel Network, PICO, DART, the Midwest Academy, all of these organizations, which are, they're just social, they're community organizing, political agitprop organizations. But the CCHD was created to finance their operations specifically.
U.S. bishops finance promoter of Planned Parenthood, masturbation, and LGBTQ pride.
Yep.
Well, what does that have to do with Catholic social teaching?
Good question.
It is actual disabled people, not hypothetical fetuses with disability diagnoses, who abortion restrictions will harm. What?
Yeah.
That's straight up satanic.
Yep. And again, this organization got how much from the CCHD? $40,000 this particular grant cycle, $175,000 total.
How about $40,000 for some like sonogram machines or something useful?
Right. This is disgusting.
This is Judas priests up here wearing their miters, prancing around, giving money to all these enemies of Christ.
It gets even worse because the whole masturbation thing was really in your face. They promoted this sex education series.
Okay.
The series, hosted by people with intellectual disabilities, covers the explanation of genitals, our bodies, the difference between sex and gender. It talks about masturbation, healthy relationships, how to have a relationship, the use of condoms, safer sex, and what that means.
Talking about people who have intellectual handicaps.
Yep. And
we're like, here's how you masturbate,
yep,
contraception, condoms, say, and the bishops are paying for that?
You pay the bills for that?
This isn't their project, but they were promoting this project. You can just go on and on and on and on and find all of this information. That's 3 out of 66 organizations that we profiled.
Unbelievable.
The CCHD needs to be honest and say, well, these are the groups that we funded, yes. And yeah, I guess they did that. They never respond.
We're going to teach them how to masturbate? That's what's going on here?
Uh-huh.
This is ridiculous. You United States
okay.
bishops, you wolves in sheep's clothing and your miters, you're giving money to this.
And that it's okay. It relieves stress, is what they say. And it's not the only sex education program.
Can you relieve stress in hell? No.
Yeah.
Next slide.
They promoted this sex education program, which also was disgusting. And then Able, New Hampshire's promoting LGBT activism.
When you get these envelopes, if they are passed around your church, I want you to take a picture of them. I want you to tweet them. I want you to Facebook them. I want you to do everything you can. I want you to mail them to your bishop. But I also want you to walk up after Mass to your pastor, to your priest, and not being a jerk, not being loud, not being embarrassing or scandalous, and say, Reverend Father, are you aware that the CCHD this year is supporting abortion, masturbation, contraception, LGBT, sodomy, all these things? Are you aware of that? And if so, why are you asking us to give money to it? And then just be quiet and listen to what he says. You'll find out a lot. Hopefully they'll do something. Sadly, the U.S. bishops who are wolves, they respond to money, lawsuits, and shame. That's kind of their currency. So we're going to have to just play that way.